Hello, let's try that again from the top. Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good day. Please see you around. Every day's going well. Hello, 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 Star and Fabuki. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good day. Please see you around. Every day's going well. We are back in the mystical, wonderful, magical, cartoony land of Trails in the Sky, second chapter. There's no way I'm still muted. That is... okay. Stream delay got me there. Due to my Pocopia addiction. Oof. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it. I hear good things about it. Ridaway and Trap Plains. Okay. Things I do for a map. Okay. We have to take care of these two guys and then... Oh, I love it when the monster's just right there for me, you know? Hello, Esther and John and Eternal. Welcome to the stream. We're having a good day. Are you still considering Crimson Desert? Yep, already got it. It's preloaded. We're gonna lock in. We're gonna stream it when it goes live tomorrow. And then I want to do an all-day stream of it the day after. I want to put some serious hours into that game. And see for myself how good it is. Watch out, they have knives. I'm my own master now. Born in a bunker of steel and flame, a weapon the world was never to name. Engines of aura, Riz reactors alive, bolder than a bald titan awakening, ready to rise. Yeah, that's like the first like minute blurb from like my documentary movie. I gotta whack him. If I can get some S breaks, that would be great. That's our girl right there. That's our girl right there. Look at her. Oh, you want me to hit everything? Okay. She just got like 70-something CP off that. Oh my god, and Agate can go. Okay. Oh my god. She's a legend. Alright, Agate. Finish it. Are you ready for this? That's what I'm talking about. Teamwork makes the dream work. So you go in the end game. We're very close-ish, I believe. I think this is like the last bit where it's like, hey, game's gonna end in a bit, or like, we're gonna take you to the final area soon. Why don't you go around the entire open world one last time for old time's sake? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Go repair their phones. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. There's a floating city in the sky. Guess where the next chapter's gonna go? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Hello, random. Welcome to the stream, and Crimson. Welcome to the stream. Terrible, how about you? And how's it poppin', everybody? Listen to Slipknot. How's your day going? This is the most MMO player-sounding thing I've ever heard in my life. I tried pugging the raid more earlier today. Like, I tried pugging the last boss for that raid we did yesterday. Holy shit, people can't do mechanics, huh? It's funny, because the boss is like easy as shit. But, like, for some reason, people can't just stand where they're supposed to. This is one of the things I've said for a while now, and no one really believes me when I say this, but I know I'm right because I am correct. The average Final Fantasy XIV player has more skill at their respective game than the average World of Warcraft player. I hold true to that opinion. Like, oh my god. Okay, I imagine the beast down here is probably closer to Elmo Village.
That's that. Let's move out.
I'm giving away blue weapons and leg shite and noobs and TPC. Nice. Better behave too. Honestly, the people I've been like running into in like WoW pugs, I had like one shitter who was kind of annoying, but like besides him, everyone else was like pretty nice. It's just they can't play the game for shit. Well, no, we get like... The problem is, it's like in the new raid, if you melee DPS, you do nothing but like hit the boss, basically. You might have like one mechanic in the entire fight, that's it. For the fight, it's like 99% the tank. And then like, for the final fight, in phase 2, the range have to separate from the melee and stand on the outer edge of the arena. And then like drag their respective boss, because there's 2 bosses, one for melee, one for range. The range have to like kite their boss around the outside edge of the arena because they'll drop pools. So none of the range in my party did that, and they just stood everywhere in the platform, and we died to that repeatedly. And no one would adjust. There was like one range member who would actually do it correctly. I don't fucking know. Nice people. I don't say anything. I'm just like, yep, okay. I see where this is gonna go. Hello, Noodles and Eternal. Welcome to the stream. Of the story, yeah. I will say Void Storm is pretty good for the story. I also kind of like the ending cinematic for the new raid. That was the video uploaded like an hour ago. Not even like 30 minutes ago. IGN gave Crimson Desert a 6. Yeah, that was the moment I knew the game was going to be good. I'm having too much fun in TBC at the moment. I can feel that's like the thing with like the WoW sub. It's like they give you so much value for that subscription. It's insane. There's like more value in a WoW sub than like Amazon Prime. I'm not even joking. Simply because you can like just go play TBC and ignore retail if you want. Crimson Desert might be generationally good. We'll find out together. We're gonna put some like serious hours into it. I'll laugh if IGN is right. I think it's gonna be a game. Here's where I think the disconnect's gonna be when it comes to people's opinions on it. I think it's gonna have the same exact divide as Breath of the Wild. Whereas Breath of the Wild discourse was largely like contained to Nintendo players, Crimson Desert is like Breath of the Wild for like everyone else. Because I think it's like structured in a very similar kind of fashion. Obviously, there's some like mechanical differences, right? But like in terms of what the game is supposed to feel like, I think it's supposed to be like a souped up Breath of the Wild. There's gonna be people that just don't like that flow, and there's gonna be people that like put 1,000 hours into it. As my own MMO. I understand that. For me, it's like I played WoW for so long, it's just the game I can always just go to, but in a bit of time, and just turn my brain off and just like relax. Like that's WoW for me. It's like no matter what, outside of like Shadowlands, because that was just like unforgivably bad. WoW's just a game where like despite its faults, I can just play, turn my brain off, and relax for a bit. Hello, Jimmy. Welcome to the stream. You're still in Elmo? Yeah, we have to deal with something in Elmo as well. A secret quest. Where's this fuck-ass monster? Now, I know this is going to be completely unrelated. Anyone know what a dingleberry is? Because I don't. I'm going to use you guys like you Google. Anyone know? I hear the term every now and then, and it sounds fun to say. I'm playing Xenogears. Good, man. Xenogears is awesome.
That's that. Let's move out.
I like some of the side quests that I've done. Most of the side quests that I've done. I haven't done a lot of them. I've only done like 6 or 7 or something. But I like them. Main story sucks ass. I like Zulamon, though. Even though the story in Zulamon's not the reason I like the zone. A dingleberry is when you have shit in your ass and if you don't wipe it. Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense. You don't want to know right after someone tells me what it is. Oh, I got a new chest. The chest is full. I got a new fishing rod. The chest is full of hopes, but you can't seem to take them away. Where the hell? Oh, maybe over here. Yeah, okay, the thing's probably over here somewhere. They make y'all walk to this guy, huh? Get him, Tita. Thank you. God, the things I do to play Xenogears again for the first time. I would not say I'd play Dawn Trail 7.0 over Midnight. I did the Alexandria bit, sure. But I never ever want to do the Ray of Succession again. That was hot ass. The bit in Yaktel with the lizard people was okay, though. Apparently, alt leveling in Midnight's piss simple. There's like a really good like leveling route. It only takes like 2 hours or something. I'll just like wait for like one of the events they do.
That's that. Let's move.
Am I heat? You are. I just killed that guy. Yeah, I love Prey. Astalor is the best character to come up with in a long time, and that's not a compliment. But Astalor's great, but the dude has like 4 lines of dialogue. But he's more compelling than like every character they've come up with since like Legion. No, Sawfang. Even though he wasn't like new to BFA, but like his characterization in BFA was good. I love the Blood Elf, no homo. The Blood Elves are great. Didn't like the cave bit. The cave bit was like, okay. It's a bit slow. It's like the only time in the game I ever really had to like concern myself with like fuel management in a dungeon. I never had to like from that point on. It's weird because like in that dungeon, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have to like concern myself with this, aren't I? Nope. It's like only that dungeon. Though, to be fair, for a lot of the game, I was, like, drastically over-leveled. It was confusing. Xenogears is one of those games where there's, like, so many secret things you can do. Like, in the starter house, you can jump on, like, a table in the back room or something, grab a spider web, and you'll use that, like, 60 hours later. There's quite a few things like that, too. I got a mini Dawn Trail and Zulaman and WoW. No, I put like Dawn Trail like the same level of Dragonflight to me. Oh, I see what you mean. I didn't make that connection because Zulaman was basically just Nazmir again. Like plot beat for plot beat, pretty much.
That's that then. Let's move out.
Finish it for the story. You can do that, absolutely. By no means you have to grind like I did. I remember you constantly jumping in the well. Yeah, there was like a well in the starter town, and we jumped into it and nothing happened. So as a bit, I'm like, what if I jump into it again? And then again, and then again. And like on the 15th try, you got something for it. No one in chat could believe like my insanity actually worked. Yeah, Nazmir had Blom Somdi. I will agree. I mean, I like Zulaman like aesthetically a lot more than I do with the Zandalari stuff. My main problem with Zulaman is just like you knew the story the moment you heard the premise. You have activated the staring contest. Chat, lock in, gotta win that. to not have problems? I'm pretty sure, like, you don't actually have to grind much at all. Also, you're probably on emulator if you have to. You just, like, do ×10 speed. And just, like, smash the A button for, like, what, 5-10 minutes? You'll be fine, probably. Just, like, run into a wall repeatedly, let enemies spawn, just beat their ass.
That's that. Let's move out.
Like, that's what I did at the end of the game. I got, like, with the ×10 speed modifier, I got, like, 10 hours of grinding in within, like, 1 hour, and I was just, like, watching YouTube, and my controller was just like this. Because I bound fast forward to holding down the left stick. I was just running into a wall repeatedly and spamming A. There's, like, a dungeon, like, a mini dungeon, like, near the end of the game, where they have a guy that repairs your, like, gears with fuel and all that, and there's a save point right there, and a thing to swap out your party members. So I just stood right next to that and spammed it repeatedly. We get a total of 3 different items from the well. We got all 3, yeah. I'm pretty sure we did. What in the floating penis am I looking at? Abyss worm. That's a penis. Straight up. Like, that's not even a me thing. That's just them. Oh, why was it? I don't want to use the Stells. Oh, I wanted agates. I was trying to be too quick with it. Or at least it looks cool. Alright, then I need Tita. Good damage. Get him, Tita. Satellite beam incoming. AC-130 above. Ah, hell. Hey, thanks. Hey, game, so when I hit the A button, right? Not a suggestion. There we go. Yeah, Tita, bring it in. Bring down the rain again. Left cheek! Left cheek! What the fuck? Alright. You want to play the game? Let's play the game. Okay. No. You want to play the game? I'll play the game. You want to be an asshole? We can be an asshole. Spread them out too much. Hello, Star. Welcome to the stream. God, these things are kind of brutal, huh? Go, Tita. I didn't realize you things just brought Earthquake to the table. go with this. Got an idea. Alright. Lock in. I got a great idea.
We're good to go.
Alright, now Tita uses this. Everyone's alive. Tita, I need you to call in another airstrike. That didn't kill shit! Agate. Avenge those two. Jesus! That fight wasn't messing around. This is the hardest fight we've had all game. Alright. Like, imagine fighting like 7 Pokemon that all spam Earthquake and you have like no flying types. That's basically what that just was. Oh my god, and no one I can't really heal much because we don't have the abilities for most of the characters in the party to heal now. Well, not necessarily. They don't have the ability to use their magic because plot. Of this even is, it's turn-based. So, it's a grid system. You can see the little squares here. The blue means I can move there. And I have to, like, select these targets. In the top right corner, you will see... Hold on, let me move my webcam. In the top right corner here, where the hell's the orientation? It'll show you the elemental efficiency. This is basically whether or not they're strong or weak to a specific element for magic. This is earth, water, fire, wind. This is the type of resources they'll drop when you win. Where was this? Oh, edit here. Actually, is that even a good place for the webcam? I feel like over here is better. Yeah, I feel like this is better now. So you can actually see like Estelle's HP. I haven't noticed that. So when it comes to what characters can do, they have 3 main things. This is PS1 or PS2. Neither it was PC. But it was like 2006 or something like that. Characters have 5 main things they can do. Regular attack, they whack the bitch. They can move around, which takes up the turn. Turn order is in the top left corner of the screen, going from like up to down. Art is basically the magic. Think of it like the materia system in older Final Fantasy. And then craft is like a character-specific action that they can take. It requires craft points. Now, they labeled this as CP, so you want to build up you want to get more CP so you can use more crafts. Hello, KG. Welcome to the stream. I'll try KH if I spot that. Well, to be fair, characters like Tita have a craft that is able to heal. Unfortunately for Tita specifically, because a weapon uses orbments, if I don't have the one item that we have left that allows magic to be cast, she won't be able to basically like, contribute at all. But it's not like it would have mattered in that one fight, because that fight was just a race to whoever could kill the enemy first. Because when they go, they just spam Earthquake and they just do a bunch of damage. healing wasn't going to really solve anything there. That was just a race. I'm pretty sure Trails in the Sky originally were PC games. Hello, Neo. Welcome to the stream. The reason the screen's going so fast is because the game has a built-in fast-forward mode where I hold down right trigger and it goes like twice as fast or something. This is the normal game speed. And the way the game works with leveling is that it's scaled. So these characters are about like as high as they want them to be right now, so I get less XP accordingly. So I would get like 2 XP for that. If I was very underleveled, they would give me way more XP so I can catch up. Right, they got a PSP port, right. That intern got a PC port of the PSP port. Wait, what? Wait, which one am I playing? Am I playing the original version or the PSP port?
Not done yet.
If only more games did scaled leveling. I feel like quite a few were probably like put off from it because of Final Fantasy VIII. FF8 did it as well, I think. I mean, I like how Trails does it, but I also like it when JRPGs let me overlevel, like what we did in Xenogears. That was hilarious. Like what we did to the final boss. Because I won't spoiler it or anything, but for the final boss of Xenogears, we beat him twice. On the second playthrough, I just did like ×10 turbo speed, and I just spammed the X button repeatedly. And we won. I was so overpowered. You're playing the PC port of the PSP port. Damn. I might be washed. I need to figure out how emulation works. I need to get it to work and just didn't go well. It depends on the type of thing you're emulating. So if like you're using if you're trying to do a PlayStation 1, then you would need like the appropriate BIOS. For like a PlayStation 1 or a PlayStation 2 or a PlayStation 3. You can use you're supposed to use one you own and like get the BIOS from that. Now, little birdie may have clued me in, and you know, I'm just telling you all so you might be able to avoid this, but PlayStation themselves have like a firmware update for the PlayStation 3 on their website, and within that firmware update might be BIOSes for the PlayStation 1 and the PlayStation 2. You can figure it out from there. I'm just saying that. Hello, Dixon. Welcome to the stream. Cooked. Yeah, we were cooked earlier from those freaking worms. It was boiling the other day, but now it's cold. Yeah, welcome to weather. It's so weird. The springs have cooled. The pump orbment stopped working. Whenever they say orbment, just think materia. It's not the same thing, but like if you want like an understanding of like unfamiliar with Trails, that'll get you some of the way there. GameCube and Wii are super easy to emulate. Oh, are they? Here's my thing. It's like, I don't think we're gonna do this anytime soon, but suppose I wanted to play Gale of Darkness, and I own Gale of Darkness on GameCube. Would it just be better to emulate it or use a Switch 2 thing? It was funny you played the hard version of the final boss and won without using any HP restores. We were so broken in Xenogears, it's not even funny. Like, I was diabolically overpowered. Ah, man, seems like there's trouble with the hot springs again. The orbment lights aren't working either. I wonder what's going on. The game is gorgeous. I've heard great things about Monster Hunter Stories 3. They're both emulators? Good point. Jmulls owns XD. I played it so many times when I was a kid. I never beat it. Because, like, this was, like, prime the era of me as a kid, where I never beat video games. I would just play, like, the first 25% or the first half of the game repeatedly. That's what I did with, like, Gale of Darkness. But I loved it. I have Pokemon Coliseum was the Wii game, right? I remember that being like one of the main reasons I wanted a Wii for so long. And then I played it. I'm like, this is shit. And I just like stopped playing it. I think I just really like the adventure. With the orb and stuff, the main thing with Coliseum, I'm like, wow, look how cool this looks. I can see the animations and they're not pixels. With the orb and stuff, the pump's not working. The pump train has no brakes. Our village survives on the tourism the spring brings in. If they're not fixed soon, I'm not sure how we're going to make it. You're probably not. You're probably going to starve to death, who knows? In both directions on the snow when we liked. I didn't get loot until it was almost 10. Back in my day, I wanted to do one quest in RuneScape. Unfortunately, it required like level 64 agility or something, or level 67 agility. So the way to do that was they were like random obstacle courses throughout the world in RuneScape. Only a few of them, actually. You would have to go there, and because it's RuneScape gameplay, all you would do is right-click on the thing, and then the game like basically rolled a d20. Not really a d20, but basically whether or not you successfully cleared the obstacle. And you would have to like continue doing that around the entire obstacle course. Now, you may be going, oh, do you gain like a level for every time you clear it? No, you gain like 100th of a level. So if you wanted to level agility, you would be doing this for, I'm not joking, maybe like 10 to 15 hours of your life would be dedicated just right-clicking on an obstacle, and your character would do all the work because it's RuneScape gameplay. And then you would go do the dungeon, and you may have been able to ascertain this. It wasn't a 100% guarantee you would be able to go through the labyrinth to get to the other side, which is where all the elves lived in RuneScape. So it was a long as fuck labyrinth and a bunch of traps laid everywhere. And because it's RuneScape, if you die, you drop everything in your inventory, including your gear. So, and because it's like a high level zone, you need to have some decent gear for the monsters that were going to be there on the other side. So you had to make sure you had enough food, and also make sure that if you failed to a trap, that you weren't just going to die immediately, because if you did, you would have to run back to your corpse. You'd spawn on the other side of the fucking world, by the way. You have to like run all the way back to your corpse to pick up your gear off the ground, because after a certain amount of time, it'll become visible to everybody else, and they can just loot it from you. Those are the days. Okay, you win, Grandpa. I'll never forget one YouTube comment I got where it's like, you look 15 and 40 at the same time. I never recovered from that. Was made for an older audience because the first two were made for a child audience to compete with Pokemon. They didn't compete much of an audience with children. That makes a lot of sense to me, yeah. Why did you play this game? Because I started playing RuneScape from when I was like 6 years old or something, and I loved it. And also, I really wanted to get to the elf spot because I wanted to do a quest there. It was fun because I did another quest called Monkey Island, where it's like there was an entire island like controlled by monkeys, right? So Reddit. So you would go to this island, do a bunch of quests for them, and then the final boss was like in this instanced area, and you're fighting like giant monkey dude or something, like this giant like golem, like a. And you were fighting him, right? So I died in that room as a kid, and I dropped all my good gear in that room. Now, as you remember what I just said with RuneScape, if you die in the game, you drop all your gear. Now, this was an instance location, so I couldn't exactly get back there, so I just lost pretty much everything, including my gold, by the way. So, I may have quit for like a year and a half, and then I came back to the game. A God Wars dungeon to kill anything down there. Oh my God, was that in the wilderness? I think I know what you're talking about. It's been so long, so the terminology for me is like fucked. Remember that entire quest chain you had to do like up north in the Viking area in order to like learn the illusion spellbook? Now the spellbook sucked 5 kinds of monkey penis. No one used like any of these spells, but like, it was like an entire school of magic, and it was cool, right? So you wanted to get it. So like you had to like train up a bunch of different skills. Then you had to like go to this like Viking place all the way up to the north, and it was like pretty dangerous to get there. RuneScape was such a scary game as a kid because of the death penalty. Yeah, the wilderness was like, this is where you're gonna learn how your balls drop. It's like, you're gonna go to the wilderness PvP area, by the way, in this game, with all that loot dropping Mechanica just said. And also, in the wilderness, if you die, the guy who killed you can just loot all your stuff. And by the way, there are quests in this location, too. So that was where, like, boys became men. Like, you went into the wilderness, you got farmed repeatedly, immediately, but, like, hair grew on you, you know? Meanwhile, I'm playing this game now. Completely different tone, huh? Hi, Mrs. Mao. Hello. Estelle and Tita, thanks for coming. Oh, over there, is that... It's been a while, ma'am. I thought I knew that face, so it is Joshua. Seems like ages since I saw you all together like this. Sorry to say the baths are out of commission right now, but please take a load off. Did someone say take a load off? Olivia, you're not even supposed to be here. A delicious food is still available after all. He's a gaming bald. He's a gaming god, I'll have you know. There might be nothing to do here. Oh my god, RuneScape players in the chat. Who remembers when you went to the desert out to the east? Like, I forget the name of it, but it was like the one desert in the fucking game, right? Hard to forget it. Remember the dungeon you had to do in the quest to where you had to, like, scale the pyramid? Like, you would have to go inside the pyramid and it was, like, full of traps? Oh my god. I came with my partner to soak out the soreness from a mountain climbing trip, but apparently we can't get into the baths because thanks to some problem with the pump. But my partner is determined to have a bath somehow. Trying to insist on something in a situation like this only means you yourself lose out. I'm relaxing by taking a nice slow meal of this great Eastern-style food. Yeah, good for you. Hello, Jared. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, we have to clear out one more tower to get like, a secret piece of loot. And I think there's a hidden side quest we still have to do. I'm imagining it's probably at the, factory. Quest was something else back in the day. Mm-hmm.
Done yet.
Still does not shut up about the game. Yeah, I played old school RuneScape before it was called old school RuneScape. I am that old. In fact, I had an alt account in RuneScape as well. Hello, Darius. Welcome to the stream. Having a good day. What's the craziest thing you've done that sounds totally unrealistic, but you know what happened? Hello, Minato. Welcome to the stream in Ultima. Welcome to the stream. Having a good day. Oh, I said this a while ago. I won a game show on TV before. I mean, I technically tied for first, but still. In school, lunchtime? Yeah. Oh my god, I remember in school, like, we were talking elementary school, like 5th or 6th grade. I didn't realize some of my friends actually also played RuneScape. And then I found out, apparently, like, everyone in my class played RuneScape. Like, apparently the girls are their own group and everything. I never knew. Jmulls was on TV when I was like a kid. But it would dox me, so I don't say like what it is. I just say that it happened though. You were on a game show? Yeah, I wasn't just on it, I won. Your boy was kind of goated. I won a board game. The mine runes were made. Oh, were they? I remember mining for runes, like, back in Varrock. I'm pretty sure those are only, like, basic runes, though, that I'm thinking of. Oh, I also saw Buzz Aldrin in person. Oh, I was also an author on a scientific paper, that too. Not like a main author, like one of the more minor ones. I forget, I don't know the exact term. It's been a while. Jmulls on the prices, right? He's a gaming god, absolutely. Where the hell is the tower here? I think it's down here. Is it like closer to Wolf Fort? Might be. Thank God for like the ×4 spade. Cornelia Tower, there you are. I always forget where this thing is. Up and around. There we go. I just need to climb you. Climb it, baby, one more time. Wait. I saw that chest. Don't think I didn't. I gave you everything I had to give, and yet... Ooh, I saw another one! He's got the laser eyes. As you look into the darkness of the empty chest, it reminds you of the darkness that fills your heart. True. Sounds like me, you know? Empty chest shape tempts you to climb on top of it and start writing the next great Zemurian novel. You somehow resist the urge. I don't want to resist the urge. Jmulls' bizarre adventure. Did you have this thing in the US where kids would go to the public library PCs to play RuneScape together? We didn't go to the public library. I think some people tried to with like the PCs in the computer lab. Because like back in the day, we still had like computer class where we like learned to type and shit. That's where I like play Pop Tropica. Sorry, kid, I'm retired. I think most of the kids that I knew either had a laptop or a PC at home, so that's just where they played. Because you could run RuneScape in a browser, so it's not like you need like a really strong PC or anything. I don't remember anyone I knew really going to public libraries. They were there, don't get me wrong.
Care for a rematch?
What I used to do during computer class when we were like free to play whatever is I would go to like NickelodeonGames.com or whatever it was called, and I would look up the Guitar Hero rip for Big Time Rush, and I would put some serious hours into that. I'm not joking, I was like top 100 in the world. Would recite childhood stories. While just sitting in a chair, not reclining at all. No, I haven't because... I don't think I have. Though, to be fair, I can have difficulties going to sleep. Trying octopus for the first time, does it usually... Is it so chewy? I've never had octopus. I'm kind of interested. I hear octopus gets better the more you try it. Cause like I hear like the main thing that's weird about it is like the texture, and like when you get used to that, it's no longer a strange thing. Then you actually like, appreciate it. God, was Bakugan a big thing in anyone else's school? There were quite a few of us that loved Bakugan. You know this chest is empty, so why do you keep this to yourself? Why do you keep hoping? Found action 2. Meet of the Wizards. Why do you keep hooping? What if our universe is a chest in someone else's universe and someone's going to open us up, take everything, and just keep coming back? Plotline to Xeno be like... Now, there was a group in my school that would, like, trade Yu-Gi-Oh cards and, like, Pokemon cards after school in, like, the room that was used for kids that were waiting for their parents to come pick them up. I have, like, an entire, like, plastic tub filled with, like, Bakugan shit. And I have, like, 3 of those filled with, like, Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I have so many Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon cards, but, like, back then, I had no concept of, like, preservation or, like, these might be valuable someday, so I would literally just throw them in a bucket. Like a giant plastic tub, and I just call it there. Pokemon cards in the best ones. I liked Pokemon cards, but I never liked playing the Pokemon game. With the cards, I mean. One of my friends in school got into it. Oh my god, this is gonna be the nerdiest thing I'll ever say in my life, by the way. Who ever heard of the show Super Robot Monkey Wars Super Team Go, or whatever it's called? My best friend in, like, elementary school and was, like, really into it, and he got me into it. And this was, like, 2nd grade. And one of the things we liked to do during recess, we would write fan fiction for it together. We got weirdly into the show for some reason. It didn't last too long, but, like, the time we were into it was fun. On the match outcome, I just like playing with myself with it when it comes to Bakugan. Wait, I want to rephrase that. Hold on. Out of context, that clip is crazy. I just like playing Bakugan with myself. What in the anime title? I know it's not much fun to open an empty chest, but think about how much fun it was to open when it still had something in it. Ah, memories. Super Robot Monkey Team Hyper Force Go. That was it. Thank you, Nia. God, I'll still never forget when my school was, like, trending internationally. I'm not gonna say for why, because, oh boy. But, like, oh no. That was not a fun assembly. Oh, God. God. My high school was, like, legitimately like an anime arc. I'm not even joking. It was, like, one of those slice of life, like, animes. Like, no exaggeration. The shit that happened was crazy. We had, like, sports festivals and everything. I remember the final one we did. The new guy who was, like, the new, like, president or something. No one liked this guy. I was fine with him. No freebies here, I'm afraid. So, we had this idea because we thought it'd be funny if we made a Roman chariot and we dragged him around in, like, the opening ceremony like it was a Colosseum thing. Motherfucker, that thing was kind of heavy. I was one of the ones, like, leading the charge, though. Emptiness as far as the eye can see. Twitter be like, was it because someone used a World War II bomb to make a clock for the science fair? No, I really can't say because it'll be very easy to find my school. I can't say it. It wasn't a good thing, though. Oh, what else happened? More question about, like, pick what story. I've told quite a few of these stories before, though. Whack him. Whack him. Nice. Go, Tita. But I arrived one semester late. Oh, God. Bro, I'll never forget in college when we had a bomb threat. No, it was like a fake kidnapping threat or something. I just got on the train and I got the fuck out of there. I wasn't sticking around for that. I'm like, wait, what's going on? I'm out. I just hopped on the train and just like left. God, I'll never forget. I took the train one day, and then for some reason, randomly, they're just like, all right, guys, we gotta kick you off here. We aren't even at the destination, by the way. We are halfway to it. And they're just like, look, guys, you gotta get off now. So it's just like, I'm in the middle of the city. I'm just like, well, fuck do I do now? You gotta wait for like 10 minutes for another one to come. I don't know why they just kicked us off, but they just did. Fun beginning to the day, that one. Massive chain attack, let's go. Got two of them down there, beautiful. Bruh. There we go.
Not done yet.
Molly will survive in a horror movie. Yep. Why do you think I never like horror stuff? It's not because I get scared, it's because I'm just like, I end up rooting for the monster because I'm like, these guys are stupid. Power orb! That was the one I've been wanting, I think. I'm gonna need the night goggles, but I don't think I want them on him. Wait. I'll put it on Estelle. Where's the power orb? Oh my god. 50 strength? Ugh. 3 movement and 5 speed. Be still, my excited personality. Oh my god. That reminds me, Partial. I remember I took a web design class at one point, and it was like mixed grade. So we had like people from the grade above us in this class as well, and they were animals. Nice guys, but they were animals. So the guy who sat in front of me, one day he was like sitting right in front of me. One day I'm just like this, and I look over to what he's doing, and I just see a giraffe giving birth. I'm just like, okay, didn't need to see that. This was random, by the way. It's like we were supposed to be doing like individual projects or something. And dude was just watching that video in class.
We did it!
Is this the town from the first disc? Yep. A lot of the locations from the first game are basically reused in the second game. A lot of them. You know, I feel for like baby giraffes. They don't have it easy. Because like the mother does not like bend over or shit. That's like 7 feet up in the air. You just free fall that. It's like a baby like bird trying to like fly or something. But like for giraffes. Also, way more wet than you think. Why do I remember the tower being green? There's 4 of them. There are 4 towers. This is the one in Zeiss. Bruh. Bruh. Yeah, not gonna happen.
Alright, we rule!
Beautiful. Bro. Just get me Natita. Thank you. Here we go. Ooh, did you think I was gonna get this, by the way? Keeping your breath fresher longer, orb mints. You wonder if you could use arts to turn this chest into a small wooden bathtub. Water would probably be fine, fire to heat it. Likely not. Fair enough. Before school and after school? Oh, nice. Quite a few of my friends love Pokemon. I mean, I went to my friend's house one day and we just played like the Gen 1, Gen 3 remakes. We played like Leaf Green and Fire Red and we just played together. It was so fun. I think we also watched like the Yu-Gi-Oh anime because he had it on DVD. We had microwaved pizza. That was the life.
We're not done yet.
Okay. I think I can turn these quests in. Beautiful. Beautiful. We're still B+. Good work. It seems you successfully accomplished your goals. If you complete any missions, come report them to me. On that WWE show, so usually involved a lot of students injured with broken bones. You see, my school kind of played into it. During a sports festival, we called it Olympic Day, but during the sports festival, we had this arm wrestling competition. And the main thing every year is that the winner of the students throughout the day would, at the end, when we all gathered in the gymnasium for like the finals for all the main events, the big one everyone looked forward to, there were two of them. It was the volleyball with the varsity team versus the teachers, and the teachers normally whooped their ass because we had like one really fit professor, teacher, but who was like weirdly fit for no fucking reason because he was the music teacher. Now, speaking of this dude, now for winning the arm wrestling competition among the students, you had the privilege of going against the music teacher in front of the entire school in the gymnasium. Now, this shit was hype because they acted as if it was like WWE, and there was like a rivalry between the PE teacher and the music teacher. And it's funny because like you would look at them and you'd be like, you know, neither of you look like you'd be a music teacher. Because a gym teacher was like a solid 4'11", meatball of a man. It's like that dude was a box. He was like this tall but this wide at the same time. And he was also old. So, we wanted to see the music teacher lose at some point. So we all started rooting for the PE teacher who came out of nowhere one year and was like, I challenge you to an arm wrestling match. So he went against a music teacher. And then he cheated because he kicked the table out from under the music teacher. And they acted as if he won, and we just like had him crowd surf among the entire student populace or something, or had him like run around the gymnasium with like a group of us. Yo, I miss those days. Jmulls is an anime character isekai to the real world, apparently. And then the year after this, the music teacher, because they like set it up to where now like if the student won, against all the other students, you would go against the gym teacher because the gym teacher beat the music teacher last year. But like the next year afterwards, it was a whole like anime arc where it's like the music teacher came back to like challenge the gym teacher to another match. Oh my god, I forgot the funniest one. I think what happened was like the year after that one as well, I think he lost. But like the year afterwards, it was like this masked dude just walked into the gym. He had like a cape and everything. And he just walked in, challenged him to a arm wrestling match, again, in front of everyone in the gym. Won, and then he took the mask off and revealed it was the music teacher. Everyone lost their shit. If I could turn back time. Right now is when the central factory's power is most needed. We're working as hard as we can to get our research back underway. And then when we got to like, junior year, the principal and like president left the school and we got new people in and they were like anti-fun and like most of this stuff stopped. But after that point, we had the cheerleader event from earlier. Your gym teacher was built like Homer Simpson. If Homer Simpson was like 5 foot tall. Making fun for kids too. It was so good. God, I'll never forget one year. It was like the volleyball team. Same year as like the arm wrestling stuff, by the way. It was just a different event that happened that afternoon. It was like the varsity volleyball team, all boys school, by the way. Varsity volleyball team against the teachers. And we were rooting for the students most of the time. But then one of the teachers was just like stared at all of us and said, "We're the ones who give you homework, and also we are the ones that grade your tests." Everyone turned tail and started rooting for the teachers. It was the funniest shit ever. Like, everyone gave into the bit. We're working as hard as we can to get our research back underway. Oh, right, the guy on like the 3rd floor, someone we need to talk to. Naturally, I went to the 2nd. This is the right one. Oh, Estelle and Joshua. And Tina, too. We're back. Hello, sir. It's been a while. I'm glad to see you're well. I'm glad to see you're back safely. Was the professor's invention of any use? The generator? You bet. It's been a huge help. If anything, the Royal Army's probably more thankful than anyone. Until communications were restored, a lot of bases were cut off. All your bases belong to us, I see. So for now, at least, it's having the intended effect. Yeah, which is good, but Chief, is the central factory okay? Bet you guys can't really do any research when it's dark like this, huh? A terrible situation all around. I'm absolutely inundated with requests for help right now. Actually, I'm working on that right now. Dang, sounds really rough. If there's anything we can do, we'd be happy to help. Just contact the guild and we'll come right over. Yes, thank you. You all take care too. Is there no, like, hidden quest for this region? I had a damaged manga making a glow-in-the-dark dino to go home with. Oh my god. My biology teacher was the funniest motherfucker known to man, by the way. This dude was hilarious. He was like a really old Italian guy. And at some point, the dude just stopped caring. It's like, it was biology class. And like, it was like the last third of the year. He was just like, all right, so like, we're going to learn about pandemics. This was before 2020. We're going to learn about pandemics. So like, we're going to watch a couple of movies. We're going to watch Outbreak and we're going to watch I Am Legend. I'm going to give you a piece of paper with some questions on it. Just answer throughout the movie. Take care, John. Thanks for tuning in. It's so dark I can't even read the titles of the book. My boss has gone off somewhere, but they should just leave. Maybe there isn't anything to do here. Wait, the Capel. Maybe. That room. Aw, Braces. Long time no see. I'm glad you're doing well. You too, Call. Yeah, it seems like things are pretty rough around here. Thinking from the lights of the experiment equipment is dead. By the way, what happened to that gunner? You mean Olivia? He went back to his home country. Home country? So Olivia he was from another nation. Is that so? What a shame. I would have loved to have him take a look at the new model gun. Of course, I know now's not the good time for it. If this phenomenon continues as it is, my research is going to need to be completely redone. Ha ha ha. Carl? Seems like the situation's really pushing him to the edge. Damn. Probably white eyes in the market. Nice. If this phenomenon continues as it is, my research is going to need to be completely redone. Oh my god, I'll never forget as well. It was like 8th grade, middle school. Ha ha ha. We were preparing for like midterms. So like my friends and I decided we'll study together, but we'll play Minecraft at the same time. We actually had a really good study session going there as well. I got a 100 on my science midterm. That was a good time. God, we used to play Minecraft, Halo 3. We had a group of us, right? And we had like our own clan. A gamer clan, because it was a 360 area. We had to have one of those. And we had like an entire Minecraft world. Like, have you ever seen like Achievement City from like Rooster Teeth and Achievement on it? It was like that, but we made it ourselves. It was so good. I think we're done in Zeiss. We had the minor quest. I could have sworn there was something else we were supposed to do. Hold on. I know this. I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be another side quest. Trails in the Sky, SC, Chapter 8, Hidden Quests. Okay, there is one. Oh my god, you have to go talk to the inn lady twice. That's why I only talked to her once. Was Overwatch era? Oh my god, that was like me going to college. That's a way to sleep off the booze. I don't know, maybe. Oh my god, I remember another story about my gym teacher. I told this one before, but I think it's been a little bit. So we had a talent show. And for some reason, we did talent shows at like 7 p.m. So like it wasn't required to go, so I didn't go, right? I had World of Warcraft to play. But I found out after the fact. And by that, I mean someone texted me like immediately after it happened. Apparently, the gym teacher, at some point in the talent show, played the song, I came in like a wrecking ball. Dude was in a toga. Had like a wrecking ball actually like situated on the stage and just swung onto like the stage with it. And then like the wrecking ball fell, it like snapped and it just fell to the ground and everyone died laughing. People had it on video too. It was the only time I ever like regretted not going to one of those. Mrs. Mao, is there anything we could help with? Well, we got soldier patrolling regularly, so it's not too dangerous here. If anything, I guess I'd ask if you could make it so we could fill the baths, but no point in asking that, really. Offer to help anyways? Since we're here, why don't we have a look? I feel like we might be able to offer a bracelet-like solution. Estelle? Oh, what would that be? Well, I don't know. First, I'd like to borrow the pump shed key. Sure, that's fine, but... Tita, since we're here, why don't we check out the pump? We might come up with something. Okay, sure. Ah, so that's your plan. Guess there's no help in it. That's settled then. Let's go to the pump shed. And around we go. Alright, there's the pump shed. Use the key! Use the wood, duh. Yeah, it totally stopped. It's an old device, but it's still orbital-driven. It's affected by the orbital shutdown phenomenon just like everything else. Huh. But the pumps ultimately just deliver hot water from the spring here, right? I feel like there might be something we can do. Can solve this one just by using a bucket. We've got to find some way to make this device work. Could we use a zero field generator on the pump? Doubtful. According to the professor, they're limited to orbits no bigger than the ones you can carry in both hands. Guess not, then. Estelle has more brain cells than Joshua. It's a miracle. I think the dude just does not think sometimes. Have a good night. You too, Star. Thank you for tuning in. Peter, what is it? Yeah. Huh? So this would go like this. Tita? Oh man, she got that look in her eye again. Well, like recent stuff, it doesn't have a very complex orbital mechanism. Estelle's character arc is growing a single brain cell. That's my goat. So all I need to do is take this thing here, then connect it to that thing over here. Oh, and don't you worry, I'll put things right back the way things were after the orbital shutdown phenomenon. Yeah, that should do it. I think I might actually be able to get the pump working. What? You're not going to use a zero fuel generator, are you? No. You remember right, Joshua, the combustion engine. Ah. Oh, we're bringing that back? Okay. Oh, that's cool that came all around. Combustion engine, you mean the one we used in the workshop devices before? Yep. Unlike the workshop equipment, the pump device doesn't have a very complex mechanism. If we can make the combustion engine drive the parts the orbment was working, it should work as is. I see. I hadn't considered that. So where can we find this combustion engine? I think it was stored at the landing point. We should be able to find out if we ask the maintenance chief. Maintenance Chief Gustav at the landing point, huh? That reminds me, won't we need fuel to drive the combustion engine? Gasoline, right? A little bit of gasoline. Like before, we should ask down below at the central factory. I wish YouTube had a feature where you could go and see what the first video or stream of a content creator you watch was. I want to go back and rewatch the P5 Tedico stream. That was my first. But that was my first one. Oh, that would be a really cool feature. I think, probably not an exact solution, Crimson, but I think I have the Tactica playthrough in a playlist. I just have a lot of playlists on the channel. Tita, what do we need again? Maintenance Chief, right, okay. We need a key item before we can attempt to solve it? Absolutely. Oh my god, you guys know what's been kind of annoying me lately? Like, now of all days, I've realized the solution to the problem we kind of run into every now and then with a PC game, where it's like OBS lags because it's like, it needs a certain amount of the GPU to operate, right? So I'm like, oh, well, what if I get a laptop? Well, if you know the market right now. But I'm like, okay, well, what kind of laptop would work well here? Not necessarily going to get one, because I can probably just, like, tough it out. But I was just like, okay, if I were to get one, let's see. So I do some research, and when I look into tech, I get deep into the weeds of it. And I realized there's no real resource that actually, like, talks about the specific thing I would need it to do. And it's low-key annoying. Because, like, every Windows laptop breakdown is just like, this is how it performs in gaming. It's like, I am not going to game on this thing at all. In any capacity. I may not even download Steam. But it's like, yeah, well, it'll run Cyberpunk very well. I'm like, I could not care, dude. I need to know if it's going to encode fine. And, like, it probably will, but it'd probably be, like, way overkill for what I actually needed to do. And then it's like, every time I look into it, I like 5 videos after I find out, oh, there's actually some big flaw with it that just like I hadn't heard about until this point in time. Like, wait, what? Like an external GPU or whatever it's called. I mean, legitimately, this is going to sound bizarre. I think the solution is Apple. I'm not even joking. It's like one of two things. I either get like a MacBook where it's like, I can still use it for like script writing, which is the other thing I would want it to do. And it would be reliable. Or it's like I get like a Mac Mini. Because like a Mac Mini is like, for those who don't know, Mac Mini is this little piece of dog shit you can buy that's basically just like a box that's like yay big. And it just runs Mac OS. But it like, it's legitimately like, it's like the size of a brownie. Or like two brownies stacked on top of each other. And I could just like have that on the desk and it's not that much. And like it could do the thing I needed to do. But the problem is nobody fucking shows what I need them to do. Because I need to know if Apple encoding is actually worth a damn. But like no one talks about this shit because it's such like a niche interest in what I actually need it for. The same thing with like gaming laptops. It's like, do you want a 50-50? I'm like, wow, a 50-50 is dog shit, dude. I don't know if that would last. Or like, I don't know if that'll be like a decent enough. Or if it is, it might be way overkill for what I actually need a GPU for. It's like the best thing I can rely on is like Google AI. So you know I'm down bad. Cause like, that's just a crapshoot where it's just like, are you accurate or not? It's like kind of frustrating. Right now is when the central factory's power is most needed. Right, I need the chief. I think that's the guy over here. Yeah, it's factory chief. Let's ask maintenance chief Gustav. Wait, maintenance chief Gustav. Who? I never talked to maintenance chief Gustav. Who is this guy? Oh, from what Murdoch said, the gasoline might be delivered to the port in Rouen. At the landing port. I should read. Okay. A sequel straight line. Well, that's the other thing. Where it's just like, for some things, the like laptops right now are just so wildly overpriced to where like Apple's becoming budget friendly. And it's like, that's how you know we're fucked. I'm like not even talking about the Neo either. And what is enough for computers? Well, it's like, it's the thing for like, I use the NVIDIA encoder on OBS. So it's like, if I want that with the streaming laptop, I would need an NVIDIA GPU. But my problem is, I don't trust Windows right now. So like, that's like my main thing right now. It's like, do I trust Windows to get better down the line? Or do I think it's going to continue to get worse? Because like, what happens if Windows 12 rolls around and Windows 12 is just like AI dog shit, like times 10? Like, what happens at that point? So I'm like having the conversation in the back of my mind is like, for like this, do I just go with Apple? Because like, I'm not gonna game. And like everything I see when it's like, well, you don't want to get an Apple because you can't game on the thing. It's like, I'm never going to game on the thing at all. So I'm just like, does it do what I needed to do? But then every like Mac thing breakdown doesn't talk about that. Or the videos that actually talk about it are like the most surface level thing possible. Where it's just like, guys, I'm going to show you how to use OBS. So you download the program. That's the end of the video. Windows 12 now with extra DLSS 5. Oh, Christ. OBS has a specific NVIDIA encoder. Yeah, it has a specific NVIDIA encoder, Intel encoder, AMD encoder, and also Apple encoder. But like, I just need to know if the Apple encoder looks even like halfway decent. Because the other thing, I'm like, well, if I get a Windows laptop, that GPU is gonna have to run during like stream. That means it's gonna get loud. So do I want to make the microphone possibly worse because of that? I already have a 4080 Super. That thing sounds like a cat in heat. I have a spicy hot take about Max. Hit me, Mike. Also, hello, welcome to the stream. Like Microsoft is in such a weird position right now where it's like they're talking about like, yeah, we may have gone a little bit too far with the AI stuff. We'll like walk it back a little bit. But I'm just like, I'm Windows 12 down the line. I'm just like, if I get a laptop that's Windows, will it be like decent 5 years from now? Let's ask Maintenance Chief Gustav. Where is Gustav? Max the computers for people who don't know how to use computers. Well, I mean, partly, yeah. I mean, that's kind of how they advertise to some degree. But like, even then, we're just like, we're getting to a point where like, Windows is just targeting the wrong thing. And it's like, some Linux distros and Apple just smell blood in the water. It was this guy the entire time. I thought I talked to him. I thought it was some other dude. Alright. I meant for like certain computer apps, partial. Oh, hey, if it isn't the gang. Hey, Gustav, been a while. Hope you've been doing well. Oh, it's Joshua. Haven't seen you in a long time. Well, a lot happened. Anyway, it seems like things are pretty tough here even now, huh? If you're gonna put AI in my computer, it better be Cosmos. You're real for that. I agree. It seems like there was some kind of trouble. When the shutdown first hit, yeah, it was real rough. Well, the city's finally calmed down now, I see. For now, at least, it seems things are in hand. Somehow. Putting that aside, I guess you need something? Yes, actually. Wouldn't talk to you otherwise. Asked me to lend them the combustion engine. Good eye, yeah. Is that a machine good for much except powering simple stuff, so I wouldn't mind just giving it to you, but... Some kind of problem? Well, you see, you got bad timing, so we just lent it out to the Royal Army again. We brought it when we went to swap the ourselves engine. Oh. You'll be at least in Fortress? I imagine so. Sorry, but if you want to have it, do you mind asking them? Kinda odd just make a call in the situation if you know what I mean. Yeah, I got it. We're at least in Fortress on our side. Yeah, Linux is a choice, but I don't want to ever run into compatibility issues, which is the other fun thing with Mac, right? But like the main thing that's like kind of like moving my mind towards like Mac right now is just like, I know Apple's gonna make sure whatever works in Apple shit is going to work. It's like you at least have that guarantee.
Done yet.
Even use Linux. I have Linux on my like 2013 laptop, but I'm pretty sure that laptop's mostly broken at this point. I can get it to run, but I'm pretty sure the hard drive's broken. I'm also pretty sure the battery's just shot at this point.
Scary.
to use anything but Macs. Yeah, well, the thing with like Windows 11 for me is like I don't get like most of the problems people talk about. Like I don't see ads in Windows 11. I don't know where that's coming from. It's like I used to, but I changed the start menu. So it's like I just don't see ads really. Oh wait, hold on, 'cause I might never just use the search bar. Yeah, it's like I don't really get ads in Windows 11. Like they just don't pop up for me. But like the file manager is slow as hell. That's not nice. Searching for stuff's kind of slow too. The first stream that I joined, nice. Abandoned Windows and went Linux. Some people are. I think it's one of the reasons like Microsoft is talking about like walking back, like going all in on AI. They're still like leaning into AI, don't get me wrong. Like the walking back, like how obtrusive it is, I think. But here, like legitimately, this is another thing when it comes to like Windows laptops for me. Have you guys seen recent laptops? Guys, there's a Copilot button on the keyboard. It replaces the right alt. And it's a fucking Copilot button. It's like, if I ever got a keyboard and I see a Copilot button, that would just bug me. And you know what I mean? It's just like, I don't want this. Oh, hell no. You lot, your brace is right. Leaston Forge is currently under emergency alert. Unless your business is critical, I have to ask you to leave. Excuse me, is General Bright in the fortress? Of course, General Bright is here, but as a result of everything not working, the army's in chaos. Been working without rest, sending soldiers to all regions via courier, rebuilding the chain of command. If your braces, I'm afraid I can't let you see him. Okay. Could you potentially make an exception this once? This is actually General Bright's daughter. Wait, really? You're Miss Estelle Bright? I'd heard she was in the guild, but hell's then. Of course you can come in. I'll show you right to the generals. No, it's okay, really. I wouldn't want to get in the way of his job if he's that busy. Estelle, I think buzzing the old man a little is okay, don't you? Dad has his way. I have mine. I'm sure that Dad doing well in his job will make mine easier, and I think if I do the same, his job will get easier too. So it's enough just knowing he's okay. Estelle, I see, fair enough. She really has grown a lot. We going then. Please give our best to General and let him know we stop by if you get the chance. I'll do what I can. I'll see if I can catch him during mess or something. Thanks again. So what about the engine? What about the combustion engine? Yeah, this. Not familiar with the device in question, but I can tell it must be something important. Wait here a moment, I'll go ask. Yeah, leave us by the front gate, thanks. So to the people who do not get a new laptop until it's straight up broken, that Copilot button will not work in the latter half of your laptop's lifespan. See, like, that's the thing I'm talking about. I'm like, oh, I have a Samsung Galaxy phone. Oh, I didn't know they make laptops. Oh, okay. Yeah, it looks kind of nice. Looks good form factor. Looks pretty powerful. Integration with my phone. Okay, cool. Let's check the price. I'm thinking, oh, this looks like it'd be about like $1,500, right? Maybe $1,000 to $1,500, $3,000. Not a dedicated GPU, by the way. Actually, no, I think that one does have a dedicated GPU. But it's just like, all right, I asked the quartermaster, and there's a problem. And there's like another like suite of like Windows laptops that have like ARM-based processors, which is basically they're trying to copy Apple with the M chip. Because for those not like up to date with like mobile processors, Apple's M chip is like fucking tiers above like everything else, or like a lot of things right now. Not necessarily tiers above, it depends on the task, right? but like they're really good. So like a lot of processors are trying to chase that, and it's like ARM based, which is like different from like x86 or whatever the fuck. Problem is, when it comes to Windows, an app might not work on ARM like it does in 86. So like maybe you have apps that you're just like used to working with like on Windows. Well, now you have to double check to make sure they're actually compatible with the ARM chip. And also, most of the time, when a laptop actually has this chip in it, which will allow it to be like smaller, more compact and portable, and also like higher build quality sometimes, there's no GPU. Now, you may be wondering, well, what about streaming? Well, you need a GPU. Well, you don't need one. It's nice to have a GPU because you can have OBS work with it. Ugh. Take care, Crimson. Alright, I asked the quartermaster, and there's a problem. It seems the combustion engine is not currently in the fortress walls. Of course it's not. But that can't be right. Gustav said, wait a minute, miss. I said it is in the fortress walls. We loaded onto the patrol ship a short while ago for shipment back to the central factory. Unfortunately, all this happened not long after takeoff. The ship made an emergency landing somewhere on the Trat plains as a result. Oh, no, crap. Then we go rescue an engine and a crew, sounds like. Talk to the guy to the patrol ship about it. I know it's a pain, but that's the size of it. As I said, we think the ship landed somewhere on the Trat plains. Good luck. Which is why I've also been hesitant on the MacBook thing, because there's not a dedicated GPU in the fucking thing. But apparently they have their own encoding thing for OBS, so I don't know if it's good enough or not. It's not like I would need like multitask on the thing at the same time. It'd like only be like the OBS if I'm using it for stream. But here's where they fucking get ya. Because apparently in the MacBook Air, there's not a fan in there. If you want an actual fan for cooling your fucking CPU, you have to go up to the Pro for one fan. Was Nocturne. Oh god, Nocturne. That era. Out of my iTunes account repeatedly. Oh, that's rough. I used to have an iPhone. Like, I had the iPhone 3. Or it was like one of the versions of the iPhone 3. Like from way back in the day. Actually, kind of like that thing. I had a World of Warcraft case for that thing too. It was Mr. Pandaria. I remember because I had a panda. It was the panda on it. The Pandaren. Nocturne moment. Trat plains, Trat plains. Okay. Also, I've been trying to like level up in Xenoblade X off stream to prepare for like the series when we get back to it. Because we were like so underleveled in that one fight. I'm like, I want to get to level 50. Just like trying to find mobs to get to level 50. I don't know why I'm having this much problem with it. Like, I can't find mobs that like don't just require like a skill, basically. I know they exist, I just can't find the thing. I remember loving Nocturne until I watched you stream it, and I was like, it was really this bad. I think it's entirely fine to enjoy a game that potentially caused me untold pain and misery. We all have different experiences, and those are valuable, and we should never allow like recent things to necessarily like worsen our opinions on things that we love from back in the day. Sometimes I try to sound deep and cool there, okay, but let's just say Nocturne and I we have gone our separate ways. It was a messy divorce. enjoy the pain for some reason. Give me a pain as pleasing as your side.
Not done yet.
I mean, to be fair, Nocturne's really cool. Like, it's a really cool game, and it's a really cool story. It's just that game, man.
Done yet.
That game. I like Final Fantasy 13 and Metroid Other M. What's a game that people call bad but I like? Okay, World of Warcraft, but still.
That's that. Let's move out.
I think I know the problem. Here we go. Oh, yeah. I think I know where they are. Over here. Part of me does kind of wish we'd like zoom the camera out.
That's that. Let's move out.
The old Megami Tensei games and original Strange Journey, I'm numb to the pain. Oh god.
Here for a rematch.
Oh, here they are. Thank God. Who are you lot? We're from the Bracer Guild, sir. Yeah, I need your engine. Totally forgotten about it in chaos. Yes, we have the engine in our cargo hold. Reno, give me a hand. We're gonna give it to these random people. Yes, sir. Sorry to keep you waiting. Received combustion engine. We've got it. Sorry to trouble you. Not at all. I'm sorry we bothered picking it up if things were going to end up like this. Still, all this to help get a hot spring working in a situation like this. Racers seem to have different priorities than we do. Forgive us. We know things are difficult right now. No, please don't misunderstand me. I wasn't being sarcastic. For a soldier, being unable to use your orbital weaponry is nerve-wracking. We're all struggling to figure out some other way to fight off our enemies. Meanwhile, you guys are moving around with all the confidence in the world. We could learn a thing or two from you. Ah, haha. We just do what we think is right, is all. We're sort of wandering around holding our butts right now. Pause, too, to be honest. Think of all of us can do is just try and trip over the answer. True enough. At times like this, it's only right that we should be going the extra urge to keep the people at ease. Good luck restoring the hot springs braces. Thank you. You bet, leave it to us. What is an objectively bad game, though? Oh, Halo 5. Dragon Age, the Veil God. What else? Halo 4. Halo Infinite. Dark Souls 2. What else? What else? You know, funnily enough, I normally have a pretty good gauge on, like, if I'm going to enjoy a game or not, so I don't really end up getting games that I don't like. I mean, besides Dragon Age the Veil God, which is, like, the biggest example of me being wrong on that front. Now we just need that gasoline. Since your factory may have a supply like that, let's check there first. Good idea. I mean, to be fair, I still enjoyed Nocturne, so like maybe I can include that. Was Luna considered bad? When it was brought back, it looked pretty good. I loved the intro song.
Not done yet.
I don't allow Dark Souls 2 slander in my home, Molly. First of all, yeah? This is all of our home, yeah? Insert parasocial, streamer shit here. We're a family. I like the world of Dark Souls 2. I like the vibe of Dark Souls 2. It is my favorite locations visually in the entire franchise. However, when it comes to game design, maybe I would enjoy it more if I replayed it. Hello, Viresi. Welcome to the stream. Luna is from 1992. Damn. Oh, I didn't know there was a third Luna game. I thought it was just the two they brought back. You can't call a game Dragon Song and have it be bad. Dragon Song sounds cool. I'm not joking. That's how I like chose games as a kid sometimes. Like, that's how I play. That's how I originally got Xenoblade X. I'm not joking. I'm like, I want something on my Wii U. Xenoblade Chronicles X sounds really cool. That's a giant robot. He looks cool. I'll buy this. So the butterfly effect, right? And now we're here. It was hot garbage cash-in shovelware on Nintendo DS. So 90% of DS games. Got it. Dragon Song, the Final Fantasy XIV track. You have the brain rot that I have originality. That's what I love about our community. You guys develop the brain rot, or it's like moths to a flame. I attract people that have the same kind of brain rot that I do, and I appreciate it. Especially after having like deal with like YouTube comments all day. Some people are fucking stupid. Gasoline is in the basement. Oh. That's why I bought Xenogears back in 1998. Nice. I wish I grew up and was like, I wanted to read the games. Because like, I think trying to play the Digimon games on the Game Boy killed it for me. Was just like, I can't be bothered to read. So I just like didn't play like RPGs much until like near the end of high school, besides like Skyrim, right? I wish I grew up playing games like this. They're so good. At the same time, I'm kind of glad I didn't, because being able to experience a game like that for the first time nowadays, mwah. Assassin's Creed 3 Liberate on the Vita. I always kind of wish, like back in the day, like my biggest gaming regret is that I went with the 3DS instead of the Vita. Because I think there have been more stuff on the Vita that would have piqued my interest, but I'm not sure about that because I got a 3DS for Pokemon. But like the later Pokemon games on the device weren't really my cup of tea, but I liked X and Y a lot. Actually, I also really liked Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. That's probably the games that people hate the most that I liked. I loved Alpha Ruby Omega Sapphire. Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. I actually really liked them. Mainly because I love Gen 3. Would play Digimon Rumble Arena. Finally, someone else that knows that game. I love the Digimon Rumble Arena. I have 1 and 2. I love those games so much. Wait a minute. Where is it? Oh, maybe here. Oh, who remembers these fucking things? It was like a sleeve for like CDs and DVDs and like old games. Oh no, that's just DVDs. I don't know if I have it on me. Might be in the other room. I should play some Arena. Oh, I could actually do that. How about Disc Reader? A demo came with Parasite Eve. Oh my god, game demos. Who remembers, like, you used to get, like, game demo compilations on a disc? Rudy? Gonna be an eagle, baby! Oh, hey, guys. Need something? Yeah, actually, you need some gasoline. Estelle asked Rudy for some gasoline to repair the pump facility. Does sound rough. I go to Elmo's Hot Springs a lot, so I'd love to help out, but got bad timing. You don't have anything in stock right now. Oh. Slight problem. There's someone there? Ah, Chief Murdoch. Keita and everybody else, too. I thought I heard voices from down here and wondered what could be going on. I was just walking by, I guess. Did another case come up? Have you played Dark Messiah? No, I have not. I see, so that's it. I do remember ordering some gasoline from the Republic about a month ago. Really? 1 month is a long time for a delivery. It should be here by now. One of my favorite game series as a kid. You know, like the plastic army men used to buy in like buckets? They had their own video games. Those games were heat. They were so good. There was Air Assault, Sarge's Heroes. There's an RTS game, which was really good. God, I missed those games so much. I wish they would bring back Army Men games, man. Those were so damn fun. There was like a tank game as well. But sir, I haven't received anything like that. No, wait. I think when I ordered it, I said there was no rush, so it was going to be delivered by sea, if I remember rightly. Sea delivery, huh? That mean they'd send it on a regular ship, not an airship. Yeah, exactly. In which case, it was probably delivered quite recently. Stands to reason it's probably stored somewhere in Rowan right now. Makes sense. Thanks to the global shutdown phenomenon, distribution has been paralyzed after all. You can get some if you go to the harbor in Rowan. Seems your best chance. One moment. Give that letter of introduction to the harbor master of the Rowan port. I've asked him to give you the gasoline if they have any. Thanks, Chief. Thank you. Sorry for all the trouble. Not at all. I may go as much as the professor, but I visit the hot springs plenty nonetheless. As someone in charge of the Zeiss region, this is the least I can do. All right, I need to get back to work. I've got a mountain of paperwork to get through. I see. Don't push yourself too hard, okay? You fix the pump, and maybe I'll take a little time off and go to the hot springs. Well then, if you'll excuse me. Sarge's Heroes. Oh my god. There's a part of me that wants, like, impulse stream one of these days, just some old Army Men games. God, they were good. Until I became an adult. I loved the Air Assault games as well. They were so good. Chinook. Apache. I gotta go all the way back to Rowan. No, hell. There we go. Just gotta keep on going, keep on going. Can't stop, won't stop. The pain train has no brakes. Just keep going, just keep swimming, swimming, swimming. What do? You swim. Bruh. Come on. Why am I fighting a turtle? Man, I gave a whack fuck. PETA, it's a grenade launcher. This is not rocket science. Thank you, Estelle. Just whack him with a stick. That's all I need. I don't ask for much. I ask for the bare necessities. Do, 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 do. Okay, there's the bridge. Whoa, we're halfway there. Whoa, leaving on a prayer. Take my hand. Why are there fish here? Do, do, do. Bruh. 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 There you go. It's not rocket science, it's grenade science. Exactly. Wow, we are definitely like exactly where they want us to be level-wise. Bruh. 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 Oh! Alright, Tina got one. There you go.
That's that. Let's move out.
Round we go. Where we stop, nobody knows. I can finally see. I can see. I can see. Lights, Camera, Sponge. Oh my god, I think I own that game. Because I loved the SpongeBob games as a kid. I think I own that game. Wait a minute. When I packed up a lot of my old games, I put a lot of them in like DVD like cases like this. Hold on. I know I own Lights, Camera, Sponge. I know. Okay, MVP Baseball 2005. Hold on. All right. MVP Baseball 2005. Metal Slug 4 and 5. What else? NHL 06. Paintball Max D and Batman Begins. This is one of my favorite sports games ever. Triple Play. This game was heat. It was like, what if baseball was anime? Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3. Gun and Power Drone. Or Drome. Hold on. I'm pretty sure I have SpongeBob. Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal. Conflict Zone. Armored Core Last Raven. Oh, that sucks, Virusy. That sucks. Freaking Harry Potter. Hold on. Gotta open up the big boy. LB 06, Ratchet and Clank Deadlock, Siphon Filter. Oh my god. Scooby-Doo and the Tour of Mysteries Disc 1, which was the collab with Johnny Bravo. This was one of my favorite games as a kid. This right here. Next level. Draken. The Ancient Gates. You could, like, ride a dragon. It was so cool. I have Duelist of the Roses as well. And also Spider-Man for the PS1. Oh my god. Digimon Rumble Arena right there. Omni-Men Air Attack. And Medal of Honor Rising Sun. Disc 1 for what, Partial? Hold on, some empty pages here. Twisted Metal, Siphon Filter 2, Siphon Filter 2, Omni-Men 3D. Oh, dude, Stuart Little 2. Who remembers that game for the PS1? Twisted Metal, Small Brawl, Twisted Metal 3. Oh, yeah, here we go. Spider-Man 2. What game was this? Grudge Warriors. Omni-Men Sarge's Heroes. God. This was my squad. That was my Sergeant. I love that dude. Sarge's Heroes 2. Crash Bandicoot. Warped. Omni-Men World War. Oh my god. This was one of my first games that I ever played. I loved this game so much. Tiny Tank. Tiny Tank was so good. I loved this thing. PlayStation Underground Jam Pack. Oh my god. Disc 1 for the Scooby-Doo game. Oh. No, that's I think that was a movie or something. Wait, what is this? I had Digimon World 3. Power Shovel, Croc, Army Man World War. I have a SpongeBob SquarePants game for the PS1. And also Spyro the Dragon. Fucking Cubit. I know I have Lights, Camera, SpongeBob somewhere. It might not be in here, though. Army Man World War Team Assault. Oh my god. World Destruction League. Croc 2. A lot more of those Cartoon Network ones. Spec Ops. Ranger Elite. Freaking Dragon Tales. Rayman. Spec Ops. Hot Wheels. Freaking, this is the game I always want to talk about, but I can never remember the name of. Cubics. Spec Ops, Ranger Elite, Rayman. A lot of Rayman, actually. Oh my god, the best Scooby-Doo game. And it's not close. Scooby-Doo Cyber Chase. And then, the best Mario Kart. The best Mario Kart, Double Dash. Bar none. I think that was my friend's copy, actually. Yoink that, though. Alright. Don't worry, nobody else remembers Cubics either. Damn. Alright. Can my controller work or nah? Okay, there we go. So we gotta go to Rwanda. Cyber Chase in the Game Boy. I think they made multiple different versions of Cyber Chase. I think it was like quite a few consoles. Where's Lights, Camera, Sponge? I think I have it in a cardboard box in my other room. I have a lot of games like that. They're just like they're just on cardboard boxes. I know I've seen the case for it, because I'm pretty sure it's like SpongeBob in like an Army Man hat, like saluting. Pardon us. Can I help you? Do you have a moment? It's true I'm responsible for the harbor block, but you'd be better off asking Hog about this. Hog? Responsible for freight handling in our harbor at the moment. He should be on the other side of this embankment. He's not too far then. Let's go talk to him. Thank you for your assistance. Be careful, don't run off and fall into the sea. Embankment? Ah, here he is. That is Battle for Bikini Bottom. Oh, yeah, you're right. Hold on. SpongeBob. Lights, camera, pants. Oh. Oh, it's called Lights, Camera, Pants. I don't know if I own this one. I don't recognize the cover. Oh, was it supposed to be like a Mario Party rip? Oh, I might not own that. Huh. Why is the Lights, Camera, something sounds familiar, though? May I have a moment? What is it? Still explain the situation and showed Hog the letter from the factory chief. Gasoline? Yeah, we got some. I was just about to send it to Zeiss when all this happened, so we're securing it in the warehouse. Great. Take it from here, then. I don't mind, there's a lot of it, you know. I really don't think you could carry all of it. Good point. For now, let's just carry whatever we can take. This enough? That should be enough to keep them for a while. This much shouldn't be a problem to haul. Of course. Well, if you need anything else, come on by again. Well, hopefully this whole mess will be sorted before that, though. Yeah, seriously. Sorry for the trouble. Do you know that fucking Kingsfield is like $900 nowadays? Wait, what? What's Kingsfield? Kingsfield. I have never heard of this. It looks cool though. $900 for this though. Bro, we need way better like old game preservation because like what the hell? A PS1 first person. Oh, it's also PS2. From Software's first game. Oh, that's why it's 900. Okay, that makes sense now. I thought their first game was Armored Core. Oh, damn. Okay. God, the one Armored Core game I want to play so badly that I never got. Armored Core for Honor. I want to play that game so badly. Should we get back to Elmo and upgrade the pump? I'm ready whenever. And you were competing to be extras in the movie. Oh, I think they made another SpongeBob movie somewhat recently with like the theme of it being like it was like all a movie or something. And like all your actions in games is just like being recorded for the movie. How did you not know about Kingfield? I never played like RPGs as a kid. They took too much reading. I played like shooter games, like if it had a gun in it, I was probably in. I played MMOs. I played like Mario Kart. And I played like PlayStation platformers. I wasn't a fan of like Nintendo ones. I loved PlayStation ones though. Or ones that were on PlayStation. Ratchet and Clank, Spyro, Sly Cooper, Croc. What else? Yes, I liked Croc. What else? AC4 looks real fun. Yeah, it does. I want to play it so bad. I have a lot of like... I have like a lot of the Armored Core 2 games. I have Armored Core 2 for the other one. I think I have the Armored Core 3. I have Armored Core 3, I believe, as well. I don't know if I have the other Armored Core 3 game, though. But liking Croc. I was a kid, and I'm not joking. The reason I liked Croc was because he was a crocodile. I was a very simple kid. Games that people considered to be bad, but I loved the PlayStation 2 action Spyro games. I thought they were so cool, and I loved the characters. Not enough reading, if you ask me. God, I remember as a kid trying to play the SOCOM games, and I was so bad I never beat like level 1 or 2. But I would just always replay those missions. But I thought it was so cool to play like as a Navy SEAL. Spyro is goated. I agree, Spyro is goated. A lot of people hate the PS2 games. I like Enter the Dragonfly. I'll say that right now. I was a fan of Enter the Dragonfly because it was the first game that I opened on Christmas Day. And I hadn't opened the PS2 yet, but I opened Enter the Dragonfly. So I kind of figured what was coming, right? And then I played it. I'm like, wow. Because I'd only played PS1 really up to that point. Like maybe the Game Boy as well. So like going from the PS1 to the PS2, even with like Enter the Dragonfly, I'm like, whoa. Because Spyro 1 was the first game I ever played. So it blew my mind at the time. At a friend's house. I originally only played Spyro because my cousin had it and my aunt showed me how to play a PlayStation 1 with it. Like, she sat me on a knee and showed me how to, like, play with a controller. And then, you know, ripple effect. Now we're here. Was Enter the Dragonfly the one that was a rushed buggy mess? I don't know. Because I never noticed bugs as a kid. I'm not joking. I never noticed bugs really as a kid. It was the one where you could like control a UFO and like abduct cows. And I thought that was cool. Probably in a few months because I want to get like into the other ones as well. And I also really like the original style personally. There's a part of me that kind of prefers the combat in the originals. And I'm the kind of guy with like, if I like something, I can just like keep redoing that one thing repeatedly. Like when it comes to music, I'm not joking. This is what I'm listening to on YouTube right now on my phone. It's Small Two Pieces. It's like I've been cycling through this, Star of Tears, Pain, Sweet Song. And like Cruel Angel's Thesis just repeatedly. You mean Kill All Humans? That was a separate game. I also played those though. Spyro is still the coolest video game dragon? Absolutely. My number 2, though, would be Deathwing from World of Warcraft. But Spyro is my number 1. That's my boy. My number 3, maybe. There was a dragon game for the PS2 where you played as a dragon and you just like flew over everything and you breathed fire on them. It was so fun. Okay, I've got the materials. Time to upgrade the pump. Yeah, let's hit the gym. Yeah, still though, are you sure you don't need help? Well, I like sniffing gasoline personally. I've prepared a diagram for the upgrades, so would you, separate the parts like it says? Sure. Seems like something even we can do. Fine, guess I'll help, Baka. Goes real hard. I've avoided listening to any of it. I want to experience it myself, but I've heard good things about it. Okay, 1, that's highly accurate, Virusi. But 2, I never noticed it as a kid. So I'm just like, Purple Dragon! Do you think the fact that it was a purple dragon was like the developers like trying to be like, well, I'm on the dragon, man. I'm seeing dragons right now. Like they were high as shit. And someone just like made their weed fantasy or like mushroom fantasy into a video game? Huh. Slandering party snacks in Alduin in Skyrim. They're fine. Don't get me wrong. But Deathwing, though. Deathwing, though, clears. The world heaves with my torment. As a 13-year-old boy, oh, that was hard. All right. Yep, it's finished. Yeah, the way people grew up with Sonic and loved Sonic, despite the same thing, honestly, I grew up with Spyro. And also Ratchet and Clank and Sly Cooper. Sly Cooper was the coolest guy, though. I love Sly Cooper. All right. Good work, Tita. Same as always, you're sure good with this stuff. We don't know if it'll work or not yet. I'm gonna go chug some gasoline. Let's test it right now. Whoa. Looked at the road and the pump started moving. Yeah, we're causing like a level 9 earthquake. Why does it sound like someone dropped a turd in there? You know, we only had like 3 canisters of gasoline. That's not gonna last that long. Goodness, I didn't think you'd actually get the pump working. Thanks, I can hardly believe it. Now we can let people go in the baths as much as they please. I'm glad we could help. Well, it's about 90% thanks to Tita, though. That's not true at all. I could only upgrade it because you went out and found what we needed, Estelle. Still, this time we really did end up going all over. This orbital shutdown phenomenon is seriously slowing us down. Very true. Technology is ceasing to function to deal severe damage to a society built on it. At this rate, the situation is only going to get worse. Me about Ram. Joshua. Well, no need to be so pessimistic. Negative, Nancy. Even with orbments stopped, we managed to get the pump working. People can do anything if they put their minds to it, don't you think? Personally, I would have taken the engine, the gasoline to the army or something, but still. Nicely said. It's a job well done. You should go and take the first bath for yourselves and relax from your journey. I know, here's some special medicinal tea handed down to my family. Drink it when you get out of the bath, it'll fix you right up. Nirvana tea. And so Estelle's group took a bath, dined on a feast of Eastern dishes, and left the Maple Leaf Inn behind them. Nice. Now we can go report that in. I know Spyro can't fly normally, but when you do, like a drug, oh yeah, those flying missions, wonderful. Crazy that all those PS2 mascot characters disappeared besides Ratchet, yeah. Automatic grievance with modern Sony. Because, like, I was a Sony kid. I loved, like, all their mascots. The factory chief, it sounds like you're rather busy. Did something come up? Right, we should make a report. So, actually, Bracer worked hard. I know it's kind of a small thing to worry about in an emergency like this, but I can't just abandon people in trouble. The whole reason behind being a Bracer. I think it was the right call. The second principle of the Bracer Guild Code is prioritizing civilian safety. Your line of thinking, therefore, was correct, and keep your head high when you say what you've accomplished. Feel a bit more confident in hearing that coming from you, Akilica. That ends our report. I'll have your work assessed immediately. When you're ready to be paid, give me a report again in full. So just come and report again to be paid? Yes, why I don't know why we can't just, like, double this up, but okay. 8 BP! Still B class. Good work, it seems you successfully accomplished your goals. Completed missions, can report them to me. Alright, I think we've done everything we can now. I think it's finally time to go to Gransel. But I figure the moment we get there, things probably gonna pop off. So it's probably a good place to call it there for the day. And then the next time we stream this game, we can just full send it to Gransel. And in before we get even more there. So, thank you all for tuning in. Crash got it because, like, Xbox has it now, I think. So, I'm going to call it there for the day. Thank you all for tuning in. Stay safe. Have a great day. That was a fun stream. Hope you all had fun as well. Always a pleasure talking to you guys. Thank you, Ultima. Thank you, Fabuki, Partial, Jared, Viresi, Neo Praetorian, Neo, No Originality, a BD. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. John, Mike, thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Esther as well, Random as well. Thank you all for tuning in. Stay safe, have a great day, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye, everybody. Thank you, Darius, as well. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Stay safe, have a great day, and I'll see you all next time. Tomorrow, by the way, we got a new game on the docket. Crimson Desert, people. Will it be the big new thing, or will it be a passing fad? We'll find out together. Thank you, Andros. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you, Fabuki and Ultima. Bye-bye, everybody. Until we meet again.